sure to check out brucemontalvo.bandcamp.com. brucemontalvo.bandcamp.com for my latest book, The Language of Symbols, and all sorts of merchandise from t-shirts, the Trump World Order t-shirt, the Hillary Not My President t-shirt, or the Jail Soros t-shirt. All available at the Bruce Montalvo store, the official Bruce Montalvo store, at brucemontalvo.bandcamp.com.
TalkStream Live introduces our first ever iPhone application, Mobile Talk Radio. Imagine having the freedom to take live talk radio with you anywhere you go. You'll be surprised how easy it is to use.
So I think what's going on here is that Obama is banking on unemployment falling.
Listen to live talk shows 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. TalkStream Live. Now available in the iTunes App Store.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. President Trump is giving a pat on the back to the chairs of the House committees that have approved a Republican Obamacare replacement bill.
Your devotion and leadership has been amazing. I want to just applaud you.
Meanwhile, House Republican leaders are defending their phased approach to health care reform.
Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy shooting down a push to repeal first and replace later.
If you just repealed the bill, you would double your premiums and you would collapse the market.
On that conservative demand to speed up the end of Obamacare's Medicaid expansion.
I think right now that'd be very difficult to do.
McCarthy suggesting that could create coverage gaps. Several members of the House Freedom Caucus have threatened to withhold their support without the changes.
Capitol Hill correspondent Wally Hines. Also at SRNnews.com, the White House is defending the president's choice of Michael Flynn as National Security Advisor. Spokesman Sean Spicer describing Flynn as
unbelievably qualified, 40 years in the military with impeccable credentials.
But questions have been raised about whether General Flynn needed to register as a foreign agent because of his lobbying on behalf of Turkey. A lighthearted moment at today's White House press briefing when Spicer was asked about February's upbeat employment report.
Past, the president has referred to particular job reports as phony or totally fiction. Does the president believe that this jobs report was accurate and a fair way to measure the economy?
Yeah, I talked to the president prior to this, and he said, to quote him very clearly, they may have been phony in the past, but it's very real now.
American employers added a robust 235,000 jobs last month and raised pay at a healthy pace. The first full month jobs report of the Trump presidency. On Wall Street, stocks are higher. The Dow is up about 35 points. The NASDAQ Composite Index ahead 13, and the S&P better by 5 points. This is SRN News. The Family Research Council does not like the GOP health care bill.
FRC President Tony Perkins sides with conservatives in the Republican Party who feel the new legislation looks too much like Obamacare. In a blog post, he says, quote, in some members' opinion, the tax credits are too similar to the subsidies in the law they're trying to replace. What's troubling is that the GOP seems to be surrendering to the view that health care is a government entitlement. Perkins says the legislation needs significant improvements. Michael Harrington, SRN News.
Attorneys for a transgender teen who's suing her school board for the right to use the boys' bathroom are asking that arguments be expedited so she might see a ruling before she graduates. The filing Wednesday in the Virginia girls' case comes 2 days after the Supreme Court issued an order handing the case back to a Richmond appeals court without reaching a decision. The plaintiff's motion asked the Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals to hear arguments in May. This is SRN News. 7 weeks after the president named a nominee for Agriculture Secretary, the White House has just now submitted the appropriate paperwork.
It's long been known that Sonny Perdue is the nominee, but the Senate Agriculture Committee has just received the nomination. And while the White House has released some of Perdue's paperwork, the committee still doesn't have his ethics paperwork or his FBI background check information. Until that data is submitted, the committee cannot schedule a confirmation hearing. Sonny Perdue is a former Georgia governor who's had businesses in grain trading, trucking, and exports. It is unclear if any of those interests are causing a holdup. Linda Kenyon, Washington.
Roughly 40,000 homes and businesses in Jackson, Mississippi could be without water or will experience low water pressure over the weekend because the city is involved in replacing a major water line that suffered damage. More details at srnnews.com.
Oh yeah, if you want to support Bruce Montalvo and all the Montalvo maniacs, yeah, be sure to go to paypal.com, yeah, and type in the Bruce Montalvo Show at gmail.com, yeah. And you can give Montalvo a $5 donation, $25 donation, even 25 cents, yeah, helps in the fight against the New World Order. Support the Bruce Montalvo Show. Go to paypal.com, the Bruce Montalvo Show at gmail.com, and help out the Montalvo maniacs, yeah.
Go to Antique Obsessions for the hottest in jewelry, antiques, repurposed, solid sterling silver, one of a kind, handmade by Bruce and Jaja. Go to our Facebook, which is Antique Obsessions, or you can go to Etsy.com and go to Antique Obsessions, one word, or type it into your Google and find us there. Thanks.
Tribal, primitive, rustic, Burning Man, punk rock. Conceptual subculture for the edgiest, most cutting edge designs of jewelry today. Go to etsy.com/shop/conceptual subculture, or one word, either by going to Google or search Etsy, ETSY.com, and type in one word, conceptual subculture. You will find the hottest designs using natural stones with wire wrap rings, rough, raw, genuine, semi-precious gemstone jewelry, solid sterling silver, copper, leather, orgonite, bracelets, pendants, chokers, men's copper cups with sterling accents, eco-friendly, repurposed, original, one-of-a-kind design earrings. Support MBN by going to Conceptual Subculture on Etsy. Be sure to use our 40% off coupon, BRUCE40, at checkout to receive this fabulous offer.
It's a new morning in America. Fresh, vital. The old cynicism is gone. We have faith in our leaders. We're optimistic as to what becomes of it all. It really boils down to our ability to accept.
About to incite a riot. Make some noise, break up the silence. Scream and shout, no being quiet. Spread the facts until you buy it. Come to my den, I got toys for torture. We drink the blood fresh just to stay immortals. We bring a thug fest, calling all New Yorkers. And keep a bayonet for the future slaughters. Take your bets, the players make them offers. Heads or tails, your life is on a quarter. All the king's men tally up their horses, forging ahead with a secret missile launching. Off to Georgia and start to cross the borders. In my bedroom, I'm making all the orders. If you come, you won't make it till morning. Get the picture, maybe kinda sort of. Ski mask, check. Extra filter, check. Scissors, check. Duct tape, check. H2O, check. Ammo, check. Books, check. Receiver, check. You're gonna get it, turn in your weapons. I'm under pressure, don't you forget it. You're gonna get it, turn in your weapons. I'm under pressure, don't you forget it. I got the right moves, I know what you do. You know I love you, but I'll still sue you. Don't take your questions, I'm too a guru. I'll keep you guessing and give you two screws. Don't try to stop me, you cannot block me. How do you not see my fucking pot leaves? I got deep pockets, I'll send up rockets. You smell like vomit, I'm being honest.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the best conspiracy podcast, period. This is the show that gives the corrupt alphabet soup media 5 across the face and sends them straight to hell, aka El Segundo, where they belong. You're listening to the Bruce Montalvo Show.
That's right, Bruce. You're here with your lovely rapstress and artist,
rapstress, running laps around my mind. You're listening to the Bruce Montalvo Show. Yes, folks, this is the show that when giving driving instructions, we say, you're going to want to make an alt-right before you hit that nasty left. We're giving a lot of driving directions, haven't we?
Yeah, everybody keeps saying, like, all right, and, like, I'm like, oh, God. That's
why? Because Hillary told them to say it? Is that why?
No, if you're a Trump supporter, you're not a Republican. You're not just a Trump supporter. You're an alt-right.
Yeah, we're all right. Yeah, we're all right, folks. Hello and welcome. You're listening to the Bruce Montalvo Show. It is March 10th, 2017, and we're broadcasting live on TalkStream Live. You can find the Bruce Montalvo Show on iTunes. Just look for iTunes, Bruce Montalvo Show, Spreaker, the Bruce Montalvo Show, and look for us on Stitcher by typing in the Bruce Montalvo Show. Follow us on Twitter, at Bruce Montalvo, at Jaja. Subscribe to our YouTube channels at Exposed News, the Bruce Montalvo Show, Bruce Montalvo TV, and Jaja on YouTube. So, hello, Jaja, how are you?
I'm dealing with this week, okay?
You're dealing with the week.
Yeah, you know, I'm just...
It's been a rough week.
Yeah, I'm just watching all these libtards fart everywhere.
You're just farting, sticking up the joint.
Yeah, I think that, I heard that Oprah Winfrey is going to be running for president.
Oh, God, we talked about that last week.
Yeah,
I mean, I've been having nightmares ever since.
It's so horrifying.
I keep thinking she's just going to give everybody a minivan, and that's it. She's going to get in.
It's ridiculous. So then even Nas said something like, I guess everyone can run for president these days, you know? And I was like, yo, Nas for president. And it's just, you know...
So you're endorsing another rapper for president. That's just what we need, another rapper. I mean, didn't we just have a rapper in the White House? I mean, Obama dropping the mic, Obama out. Yeah. He making a grand escape with all the American people's money. I mean, come on, do we really need another rapper in the White House?
No, I was just making a political point, you know what I'm saying? Because Nas always had his head in the right place, at least, you know, and he never had, like, a New World Order agenda. He was beefing with, actually, the rappers that were around Obama.
Yeah, he was beefing with Obama's main man, Jay-Z, so much so that you hardly even hear about Nas nowadays, right?
At least for 8 years you didn't hear
I didn't hear about him until you brought him up.
Nothing.
Anyway, but one thing I am hearing about is the U.S. adding up to 235,000 jobs in the first month of Trump being in the White House. I mean, those aren't just like part-time McDonald's or Del Taco tomato slicing jobs. These are actual jobs. I mean, you have companies like Walmart investing, millions and billions of dollars back into the U.S. I mean, the economy's good under Trump. In the first 50 days of the Trump administration, Trump's economy is stronger than ever. I mean, he said it. He said Obamacare was destined to collapse. Now, I don't trust what they're trying to put out there right now, but you got to admit, the first 50 days, the economy, the stock market is booming under Trump.
Yeah, I mean, that's all good. You know what I'm saying? If you have stocks, if you like gambling. I mean, you know, Donald Trump is known for his
He's got casinos. He's
right?
Vegas.
I mean, so he's like very much a
He's
gambler.
like rigging fights with Don King, too.
Yeah, so, yeah, if you have your head in the stocks, you know what I'm saying, that's all good for you.
Yeah, he knows how to, that feel-good casino mentality, how they keep bringing you beers so you can keep putting pennies into the slot machine. If you're a cheap fuck like that. You're at the penny slots. But look, on today's show, folks, we're going to talk about false idols, prophets of false hope, charismatic leaders who continue to lead the not-so-united United States further towards the path of constant perpetual war. Yes, Donald Trump has exposed the delusional net of lies of the left, the matrix of disinformation that has kept many Americans in a paralysis, in a infernal slumber. But, I mean, there's always a but, especially with these buttholes. The Trump administration has clearly been co-opted by Luciferians, of the highest order. The likes of Pence, who literally said Lucifer in a reverse speech analysis.
Yeah, we heard that.
I even saw him flashing the devil horns, the hand symbol. I mean, at a big get together, he was flashing the devil horns.
Well, the thing about
Satanic 666.
The thing about that Oompa Loompa, he always looked kind of like mad funny with it, and though that white hair and is even more dramatic than Donald's take on.
Oh, you have Reince Priebus and Paul Rhino. I mean, these are the Brutus and Cassiuses that have managed to render Trump obsolete in certain issues, like with this Obamacare Light, the Obamacare 2.0. I mean, and then you have the boots on the ground. You have boots on the ground in Syria. Why not drones on the ground, like you said? I mean, why do they have to risk one American life? I mean, why?
They don't. They should do it Israeli style. From behind a computer. They all know how to do that. They know their targets. They know what they want. I mean,
they're so obsessed with storming the beaches of Normandy. I mean, war is literally a satanic blood sacrifice to these trickster gods. These damn reptilians.
I'd rather see us not make money off of war. But the problem
That's right, I said it.
But this is the problem, Bruce. You see, we can't just be weed-loving, peace, hippies and shit and say, oh, put down your guns and be all sweet and loving.
We're not telling anybody to put down their damn guns.
I'm talking about like America and shit, But I think that...
It's the last thing we tell them.
No, but I think that would be... I know that Americans generally live times like, oh, let's be more peace. But the problem is they don't want peace. You have North Korea up your ass.
No, their meaning of peace is submission. When they say peace, they want you to submit to their peace.
Exactly.
Their submission. Okay?
And you see how Israel is with the Arab nations, they were very nice, and then they let everybody stay first, and then everybody kept like throwing rocks and taking advantage. Instead, the rocks went to bombs, and the bombs went to Montalvo,
Right. But I guess Trump in a way did defeat Obamacare by getting rid of that penalty.
Yeah.
But then there's the possible war on recreational cannabis. I mean, I don't give a fuck. I'm smoking recreational cannabis right now, Sean Spicer. What are you going to do? You're going to come to my fucking house and you're going to take it? I swear to fucking God. I swear to God.
This is where the states come in and...
Upon the altar of tyranny, I swear to God. This is where the states
come in. If Arizona decides to legalize it, make it not decriminalize it, like you say, then that would be all great. The problem is that when they have the federal co-opting it, they like to say that way they do that so they can bust, like you said last week, the drug dealers, the heavy criminals.
Yeah, but I'm starting to get paranoid.
Yeah,
okay,
right.
Because what do you mean? You're gonna come after me? You're gonna bunch me in with all those people just because I have a joint? I mean, that's why there are so many paranoid pot smokers. And it's not, I hate to call it pot, it's cannabis, okay? It's medicinal, right? Fuck you, all right? You William Randolph Hearsts of today.
I mean, you think that
seriously.
Trump would be all for the populace, and what the people like. And
nah, but I think he's gonna, throw a change up, okay? You just hear, like I said, he's been co-opted. He's been rendered useless, and he's been doing a lot of good, okay? We're going to get into the pros and cons. We're doing it right here, first round topics. But I'm telling you, he's been co-opted. And one thing with Trump that I've learned is that you never just figure him out right away. The guy is unpredictable.
Well, he's super smart, and
super smart,
and he's
super classy. I mean, I saw him pulling the chair out for ladies. I mean, he's super classy, super smart.
Yeah. He's 10 steps.
He's not the one that said this thing about the marijuana. It was his cronies.
Yeah, but he let him. But the problem is that he didn't retract. Like he doesn't have full control over all of his people.
No, it's not good.
Like what happened with Sessions? He just backed off like a bitch ass pussy. He
was a weenie and wuss of last week's segment.
He was guilty by doing that. Basically, he made...
And you have that, right? And then you have the continuation of the Common Core education. He brings in, the whole time he's at his rallies saying, I'm going to do away with Common Core, right? Again, being the populist guy, trying to please all the patronuts, right? And what does he do? He brings in some broad that's all about the Common Core. You believe that? I hate to say it, but has Trump been co-opted? I mean, Trump's still a hell of a lot better. Let me tell you, he's a hell of a lot better than living under Hitler's totalitarian, authoritarian America. I mean, that mega crook, Hitler, I mean, under her rule, it would have been, I mean, just despotic. I mean, the White House would have already taken the guns and banned the words.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I like him. I really like who he is. Who knows who's around him? Like you said, I think all of his intentions are very humanitarian, and they're good at every step of the, or every which way he turns.
Oh, he's wholesome. He surprised some visitors at the White House, and he just like came out from like behind a curtain, and he was like giving kids hugs and stuff. He's a wholesome guy. I mean, the guy was selling Oreos.
Yeah.
He was hanging out with the Grimace, selling cheeseburgers. I mean, come on.
They're painted into such a dark light. I mean, I had a conversation with somebody, and
they called him a dictator. Give me a break.
And they called his wife a prostitute. I'm like, excuse me, but she's more like Monarch, and she's more like a failed art student. She actually went to find...
That's right. They go as far as to call his classy wife, who's a very good mother, a prostitute.
Yeah.
I can't believe how low these liberal scum, I mean, how low they go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It's insanity.
No, it's just...
So, you know what, we're taking...
She went to art school. She studied photography.
I know. Look, so we're taking the good with the bad and with a whole lot of ugly, like you just said, obviously, right there. Look, we support Trump. We want him to do well. Okay? Like we said, the economy is doing well. Under Trump, it's doing great. I mean, look at what he was given. He was giving a bunch of quagmires under Obama. But I mean, he could very well be one of the first presidents to balance the budget since Andrew Jackson. Okay?
That's going to take a few years.
But I tell you what, that's part of what I'm going to say next. I mean, that's the sludge at the bottom of that swamp that he's trying to drain. And I'm telling you, that Obama deep state is waging war on Trump 24/7 like you don't believe. I mean, you see the MSNBC, you see the CNN. It's a 24-hour hate reel on Trump.
Yeah. No, but it doesn't make sense not to make weed legal. Just think about it.
Pinko commie bastards.
We just decriminalized because if people smoked their own weed and didn't have to give it to some motherfucking drug dealer...
That's what the Democrats are doing. They're smoking their own dope. Seriously, yelling that Russia, all about Russia. Oh, the Russians, these are hardcore commies, and they're the ones now yelling about Russia out of nowhere. I mean, this is literally like the pot calling the kettle black type stuff. But anyway, go on about the cannabis.
No, but I mean, if people didn't have to pay drug dealers and they could just grow their own fucking weed, I mean, it's nothing. It's just a plant, or get it even from friends, like.
Well, that's big pharma.
Then, but the thing is,
you're messing with big pharma's money.
Not really. Maybe, I guess. But at the end of the day, you could recirculate that money back into the economy.
You recirculate that money, right?
Instead of giving it to some stranger, and so you could have grown that stuff, not had some weirdo. And interfere with the whole economy. And I think if it was decriminalized, you would see so much more money flow back into the economy within like 3 to 4 years, 3 to 5 years, because people would have their own. They'd learn how to grow a plant or two, and they'd have their own little stash.
Oh, the economy's growing under Trump like you won't believe. Look at this. Trump consumer spending is up more. It was up like just huge. In February, the numbers were huge. I mean, you saw how bad of a Christmas we had in the Obama's last stand on 2016. It was awful. It was like nobody was spending nothing out. Under Trump, the economy is booming all over again. Consumer spending is up.
We have so many angels.
Yes.
We have so many cherubs and rubies and emeralds that I was so surprised that almost nothing sold
you see
during
here,
Christmas.
Trump consumer confidence up. Trump economy confidence shows a huge boost. Trump has consumers. It says here. Trying to say yes, consumers divided. See, that's the fake news. Okay, he has the economy rolling again. Okay, it's a positive economy under Trump. What else can you say?
Yeah. I'm agreeing, I mean, I think people...
the economy is booming under him right now.
People have to get over themselves and just be the best they can be. And it's all you can be is as productive as you can, And I think that They should do that.
It says here, Donald Trump may be more like Ike than Reagan. Says here, the boost in the economy. They haven't seen this boost in the U.S. economic growth since Ike, since Eisenhower.
Well, we'll see. You know what I'm saying? I hope it keeps happening. And I'm telling you, if he legalizes weed, everybody, they would see a huge...
It would be even that more of a boost.
Yeah, it would be huge. It would be huge.
Everybody could just roll up a J and start smoking some doobies.
Mm-hmm. And
then doobies.
Even Israel just declassified.
That's right.
It.
Well, cannabis has always been sacred in Jerusalem. Okay, the rabbis used to go around and they'd have the cannabis in the candles, the hemp oil candles, and that would keep away the evil Goetian devils that Solomon was fighting, and so on. Speaking of devils that Solomon is fighting, look at this. China proposes that North Korea suspend nukes for halt in U.S. South Korea drills. North Korea could suspend nukes for halt in U.S. drills. So the North Koreans are getting scared that we keep teaming up with probably the number one country in robotics, South Korea. They're afraid. They're afraid we're going to send T-1000s over there and we're going to fuck up Kim Jong-un's ass for being a fat psychopath that needs to get his ass fucking put on a skewer like a freaking pig in a blanket. Okay, like a shish kebab. That's what I think when I see Kim Jong-un. I see like a big fat shish kebab.
Is he still alive? I don't even think he's
I don't know.
alive.
Look. Listen to me. Listen, don't get into the fringe conspiracies. Okay, we're not the Rents radio program. Okay, we're not going to go into the Twilight Zone. Listen to me. Trump is literally fighting the entire freaking world. He's like Atlas holding on to the whole world. Hey, you see what he inherited? He's got North Korea to deal with. He's got all these Luciferians that have co-opted his cabinet. I mean, it's unbelievable.
I don't know.
Meanwhile, the economy is booming.
Yeah, I don't know what I would do, but he obviously has a very clear perspective on, his enemies, and that's probably what he's doing, is keeping his enemies close. You know what I'm saying? Keep your friends closer, keep your enemies closer. So
yeah, which leads me to my next segment. It's like you remote viewed it. I mean, seriously. Trump met with the palace idiot president, Abbas. Abbas is defanged, so he had to have his teeth water right next to him, put his fangs back in. No, they were on a phone call. They had a White House phone call. So I guess you're right. Yeah, you got to keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So I was telling you about what I thought about, Pence with Trump. And
yeah, get Pepe the Frog out of your throat.
Yeah. Anyway, this guy, you said you heard a reverse speech?
Yes.
And you originally thought that this guy was dark and Luciferian, and all of his decisions in the past have always been aligned with some really weird, I don't know, strange Mormon-esque kind of way of, I don't know what to say, but yeah, he just basically, he's very fringe with he's not really Republican. He's not, he's not really liberal.
He's a fucking neocon, period. Let me tell you, I heard him say in reverse, Lucifer.
Right.
And then he was talking about Trump, and it said, "We'll miss you." I want to bring on the guy that I heard that does all the reverse speech stuff. I don't know.
So clear.
The fucking Illuminati will probably block my interviews, but fuck it, I don't care. Look, it's out there. It's out there. It's clear. You can go out there. You hear Pence. You hear the reverse speech. He says Lucifer, and he says, "We'll miss you" to Trump backwards, like Satan. While I also saw him flashing the goddamn devil horns to a crowd of people. At a Republican convention. So he's part of that deep state.
You know what I'm saying? It's very intense. It's very scary, for him. I mean, every talk show host I listened to, there was Trump's gonna die. I'm like, nobody wants to hear that. That's really fucking scary and morbid. And, I'm sure he's got Mossad security everywhere.
He's got more than that, folks. Look, let's expose the Obama deep state. Okay, look, I remember this whole thing about the TV hacks. I remember going back to like 1999. I mean, this is old news. This is old news. 1999's Enemy of the State, where they were hacking the TVs in that film. So it's old school, folks. And now, I mean, we've known for quite some time that your Samsung TV, hell, even your refrigerator can spy on you. But now it's gone mainstream, and Trump says that he himself has fallen victim to this type of espionage, this type of hacking, and that dirty son of a bitch Obama even went as far as hacking and tapping, wiretapping, which what Trump says, wiretapping the Trump Tower. But this isn't fake news. Look, the New York Times reported it. They reported it back in January 20th, 2017. Earlier this year, wiretapped data used in inquiry of Trump aides. Wiretapped data used in inquiry of Trump aides. But then again, the New York Times is fake news. What do you guys say about that?
Yeah, I wouldn't trust anything that they invent. You know, they're so, like, what is it, Solowinski? The Goebbels with it, they repeat the lie long enough and the public starts believing it. Rachel Madcow just sounds so stupid. She keeps, like, saying Russia. I mean, you know, we don't want to hear it, okay?
First of all, isn't it funny that Marxist-Leninist scumbags that preach this shit in their college days are now trying to call conservatives Russians for being in so-called collusion with Russians, supposedly, when they themselves, I mean, you got Chuck Schumer eating donuts with Putin, you got Hillary bragging that she met with Putin in secret, plus the whole uranium deal. You have Biden's son having secret deals, oil deals with Ukrainians. Give me a break. They want to say they have no fucking evidence. They want to say that Trump has no evidence. I mean, this is like the fish getting caught by the hook. Okay, just look at that January 20th issue of the New York Times, the New York slime that I wouldn't even wipe my ass with, that fake news. Okay, but it says right here, Trump arrives set to assume power. Wiretap data used in inquiry of Trump aides. There you go. Examining Russian ties. So there you have it. You also have the fact that you go back and you do a little bit of digging. The FBI reportedly sought a FISA court warrant to spy on the Trump campaign officials, which is what that New York Times article alludes to.
Yeah.
What the hell are they smoking? They are on crack. They are on crack to keep mentioning Russia. They have a huge crack pipe, and they're all hitting it. Maxine, whatever from Compton, and Nancy Pelosi, that stupid dingbat. They are on crack.
Accuse the other of what one is guilty of. That's what they do.
New York Times confirmed wiretaps used against Trump.
They look so psychotic, and they have a mantra, and they keep repeating themselves. And they believe it. They repeat the lie, and they fucking believe it.
Let me tell you something. They got a command center in Washington. Valerie Jarrett moving in to Obama's mansion. They have a command center where they're trying to overthrow Trump. That's like the resistance, right? Obama thinks he's fucking Alex Jones now. He's going to resist Trump, right?
What about Loretta Lynch?
At their own command center. Right, I'm going to get to that. Look, I want to get behind this segment here of Soros, who's behind Obama, who are both funding these communist front groups to try to overthrow Trump. And what I want to talk to you about, Ja, is your interview last week with Breitbart Jerusalem editor Aaron Klein. And in that interview, he mentioned the Soros-funded MoveOn.org. They're funded by, obviously, Soros, and they're out there just rabble-rousing in the streets, raising hell for Hillary in the streets. And tell us how that interview went. And
yeah, well, I called up Breitbart to talk about
what you talked about.
Things about Sessions just backing off, and about Farrakhan. I believe that he was kind of at the root of some of these Jewish JCC's threats and these coordinated efforts to overturn tombstones. It all scrolls back to the February 20th, the 21st sermon that he late.
That's right. He had everybody chanting Allah Akbar in
Allah
Detroit.
Akbar, and then he was saying that you Jews are not chosen. We're gonna show you. I mean, this nigga's a fucking. First of all, he's a CIA, but he's a rebel rouser.
Right.
And I've tweeted him, and I was like, yo.
Right here, thousands chant
chill your
Allah
rhetoric?
Akbar.
I mean, I have.
Says Jews not chosen by God. I'm here to announce the end of your reign, he says.
Yeah, I mean, I have black Muslim friends. I always did in New York. I mean, they're in and out of the Hifasi. But for real, most of them are not stupid enough to go and listen to Farrakhan 100%. They know that he's a fucking nut job. But that being said, there's always
But that idiot that they caught knocking over the tombstones, linked to Farrakhan, obviously.
Well, I didn't go digging that deep, but you could tell, man, they have the Nation with Islam hair. Anyway, it is so coordinated. It just happened so simultaneously, back to back, and he lays in a very militant threat, and he is a very militant guy. I mean, Black Panther.
Yeah, we investigate. We do real investigative radio. We don't believe in coincidences.
Yeah.
You got Farrakhan
And
yelling.
MO,
You got Farrakhan yelling, "Down with the Jews," and then down go the most sacred of Jewish traditions is to honor your dead, right?
Yeah.
That's like the most disrespectful thing you could do is to go and fuck with Jewish cemeteries, and they went over there and knocked them over.
Listen, the average black person respects Jewish people, okay? Jewish people always took care of black people, especially during and after the
I don't know, I think they just try to imitate Jews. They get the Cadillac and all that.
But I'm just telling you that they fought a lot for civil rights, and they provided a lot of jobs for black people.
Oh, well, nowadays, they're all brainwashed by Soros and these groups like MoveOn.org, who are out there, along with the Democratic Party, raising hell. See right here, right on cue, Soros finance MoveOn.org to hold D.C. protests. Soros-backed MoveOn.org uses shady tactics. Shady tactics. Veterans PAC. Soros-sponsored social justice warriors besiege Trump Tower. So that's their MO. You talk about the MO, there it is. You also have Loretta Lynch yelling that they need more marching, blood, and death on the streets. And this woman is in government. She should be in a jail cell. She should be in fucking Guantanamo Bay.
Exactly. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. Obama, I think, is really in trouble. I think they're really doing a lot of digging. I was listening to Judicial Watch today, and they're really looking to fry him for some monies that were taken and a lot of...
Oh, but that was a good interview. We could have had a better quality on the sound, but, it is what it is. We had to get it, with the quickness.
Yeah, Aaron Klein's pretty informative. He basically dropped that Obama was funding so many groups,
That's right.
Like radical groups to overthrow the government. And
that's what he's doing. He's building up a resistance to Trump, a command center to try to overthrow Trump, along with the deep state. The deep state that, again, consists of Council on Foreign Relations, Trilateral Commission, a lot of these holdovers that are still lingering in D.C. Trump has to go in there like... even like Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton did a complete purge of all the other staff that was there at the White House. He got rid of everybody and he made them, his own staff. He brought in his own people. The same thing with Abraham Lincoln. He did the same thing. So why can't Trump do it?
He needs to, obviously. I mean, what else did that guy say with? He said, "We'll miss you," and then
you mean Pence? Who's that guy? Our radio listeners don't know who that guy is.
I'm talking about that guy. I don't remember his name.
The reverse speech guy.
Yeah. When he took Pence, I mean, he was saying that he'll miss Trump. I mean, this whole thing that maybe they want, like you were saying, that they want him to take his place. That's really scary. Right.
The tweet of the week for me, I told Jaja this earlier, that my 666th follower on Twitter, and I got to load Twitter. I'm trying to build it up, genuine Twitter, not it's beefed up with fake fucking people. My 666th Twitter follower was a strange Twitter account that went by Pence for POTUS, for President of the United States.
That's
and it was the 666th tweet. That was the tweet of the week, folks.
That's very scary.
Oh, yeah. Especially while we were hearing him say Lucifer on this program.
Yeah, like the
this
night before.
conspiracy program.
If I was Trump, again, just be like George Jetsons and, like, rule from your Jupiter.
Like that big house in the sky that they had, huh?
Exactly, and from his place.
And that big screen. Well, that's like this. Hopefully, he doesn't have a Samsung, because then they'll be watching and hearing everything he's doing.
Well, I mean, they're not going to shoot lasers through the Samsung, right? So they're going to watch. They're watching all of us. It's so obvious, that whole Vault 7 thing.
It's old. It's since 1999. Are you kidding me? Look, Vault 7 literally is like old freaking weenies at 7-Eleven. It's old, but it's got mainstream because they tapped the wrong guy. They tapped the President of the United States, and now they're going to pay. All right? I mean, listen to this. George, you have government spooks. Government spooks can use the mic and camera on Trump's phone even when he thinks it's turned off. And who are they answering to? George Soros. And they coordinate, I mean, he's fighting a dire war right now, Trump is.
Exactly. It's very intense.
And these social justice pussies, I mean, these college snowflakes, they literally walk around, they hate Trump so much, they think that hate speech is anything that they don't want to hear. That's what they believe. Anything that they don't want to hear is hate speech. That's their liberal playbook. Just brain-dead, idiot Democrats saying that hate speech is any kind of speech that they don't like or they disagree with.
Yeah.
Doesn't that totally contradict the Socratic method?
Yeah, and like I was getting at before, that I posted that thing about Nas for president, some fat bitch, she decided to troll me and immediately started calling me racist because I said something about Oprah not running. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like,
wow. It looks like you got to do a purge of your Facebook friends.
It wasn't my friend. She was one of Nas's
some troll.
One of Nas's people. You know what I'm saying? But I said, what the hell you want to vote for that lady for? She would just indoctrinate a bunch of third world people. Vote for like.
Are you kidding me? Oprah Winfrey's part of the goddamn Good Club, meeting with David Rockefeller and Ted Turner, and they want to put cancer cells in all the freaking vaccines and kill you, along with Bill Gates, who's part of the Good Club.
The school would
That's what you want?
The school that she would be making, and the school that she funds, indoctrinates the kids into Americanism, and really would be commie liberal. So I only said that you don't want that shit, and a few people agree with me, and then this fat white bitch started just, being this troll on me because I said something about but I'm on Nas's page. Don't say I'm a rapper. Rappers don't live if they fucking are racist. So anyway, it is stupid. Who the fuck is this fat white bitch? She probably don't even know who Nas is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's just some info guard.
Exactly.
It's just some troll. Well, look, settle down.
That's how they roll. What I'm trying to say is that.
I said settle down. Listen to me. I want to get into a very important topic here. Okay? You're getting all fired up over a troll. Let it go.
It's just that InfoGuard has they're the thought police. If they don't like how you think, they come after you. You make a little comment, they see it, and then they all run on it like it's fucking food for the cat.
Yes. That was exciting, wasn't it? Anyway, folks, this is even more exciting. My Weenies and Wusses segment. You know what really bothers me? Have you seen it? These idiots out there, they have these stickers on their cars. It's like a stick figure family. Look, nobody cares about your stupid stick figure family. Sorry, I just had to get that out there. Those stick figure families, they got them all lined up. Nobody cares about it. They should have a sticker up there of like a Hummer just running over the whole family. It says nobody cares about your stupid stick figure family. Right? Another thing, these are all things that social justice college snowflakes love, right? They're graduating from Libtard 101 and Marxist 103, and they got their little commie family stickers, and what else? They drive their stupid Priuses. The wusses do. I got a big middle finger for anybody that drives a fucking Prius. You disgust me. How about that? They really disgust me, folks. Anyway, you're listening to the Bruce Montalvo Show. Back to the nitty gritty here. Obama is a real dirtbag piece of shit. I mean, wiretapping Trump Tower. Wow. And then you got all these idiots. Oh, there's no evidence. There's no evidence. What are you talking about? The Slime Times, New York Times, put it out. January 20th. Wiretapping Trump.
This is the law. And you know this because you went to criminal justice school. If there is an admission to a federal crime and then you report it, even admission to a crime, the police, the law enforcement, whatever level the jurisdiction is at, they have to investigate. They have to. It is, if not, it is a non-feasance or a malfeasance. Okay? That's the law. So, I don't understand why there are not papers filed, because these people need to be prosecuted left and right.
Obama needs to be in jail right now.
Loretta Lynch inciting riots. It's direct link. I mean, Obama overthrowing the government, seditious acts of conspiracy.
Unfreaking believable.
Where are the
sabotage? They're trying to just overthrow and sabotage the Trump administration. All these government leaks, where the hell do you think they're coming from? They're coming from the Obama deep state.
Well, you know how I'm going to explain how to file a lawsuit on an official. Okay, so if you have somebody that's like a mayor or a sheriff, what they do is they go to the coroner. So what these niggas need to do is run the lawyers, the litigators, the one filing these lawsuits. They need to go to they need to arrest these people that are really doing treasonous acts against the United States, seditious acts to overthrow our government that we have. It's too much. It's not fair. We didn't do nothing to them when they were ruling and they were running around. When I was so scared, when I was losing lawsuits from being robbed left and right by the New World Order, by Universal Music, left and right, stolen from. But no, I couldn't fight Levi's because the judge worked for Levi's, but he couldn't even recuse himself. But the fact is that was under the Obama regime, and now that Trump's in charge, he really needs to also think about, his litigators that are around him. He really does. They need to start filing shit. They're happy. They're lawsuit happy. They're constantly sue happy. They're suing Trump for everything.
He needs to purge the deep state. He has to do it.
And he needs to do it from away from everybody.
And he has to nullify the alt-left media. Okay, like he's got to do a WhiteHouse.gov sponsored address at like 8 at night. Every night.
Yeah, I like that idea. Straight from the White House, at least 30 minutes or 10 minutes, even 10, 20, 30 minutes, however long he wants to go on. But he needs to do an update. Twitter's fine, doesn't bother me. I like it. People can go fuck themselves. They got a problem with his tweets, You can go twat off,
But I really think you're mentioning the fact that the mainstream media is like up to their ass saying that he's going to be killed, Trump's going to be killed, blah, blah, comparing him to JFK every 5 seconds. But in that reverse speech, Trump even compared himself. He said, afraid I'm going to be the fifth. They reversed something he said backwards, afraid I'm going to be the fifth. And I see here that there have been 4 sitting presidents, all who have been killed by gunshot. You have Abraham Lincoln, Garfield, McKinley, and John F. Kennedy. So in that reverse speech, he's telling you he knows the repercussions of what he's going up against.
Well,
he doesn't have to do it. Okay, look. He doesn't have to do what he's doing. He doesn't have to be so benevolent. But he loves America so much that, he's just one man. He knows his limitations.
He doesn't have to be the president, He already made it.
But he's doing it to stir this country back in the right direction, back in an American direction, as opposed to a Marxist-Leninist direction, which Obama was taking it towards.
It's so gross that people ask about his taxes. I mean, why don't you go investigate Barack Obama's houses, how he has all these $1 million houses everywhere.
On the $65 million book deal. You know, like you said, a lot of book deals, I mean, they invest their own money into the book. So this is him, in a way, laundering his own money.
Yeah, he laundered his own money, and where
his own dirty
Trump
money.
Took his own profits and reinvested it
Trump's
in another business.
Trump's not even getting a salary to be president.
No, I know.
He rejected
But the whole thing about the whole business law thing and the taxes is that what he kept doing was reinvesting any profits. So he would take, like, suppose he made $20 million on a building. He didn't really make that. He might have made it on the building, but it took $30 million to open up the next fucking property. You understand? You fucking idiots! You don't know anything about.
Let me educate the idiots that don't listen to this show, because only intelligent people listen to the Bruce Montalvo show. But when idiots do listen to the trolls, let's educate them. I'm sure they want to keep yelling, "Oh, Trump's dishonest." You know, during the whole Watergate inquiry, Hillary was on that, right? And guess what? They said that her investigation was unethical and she had dishonest conduct. Now, this is back in the day, the Nixon days. They said she was dishonest. Okay?
People they don't remember anything. They have a low retention.
Now, how about this? That idiot Jake, Clapper? What is his name? The Intel chief, James Clapper, saying that the wiretapping claim is bogus. This is the same guy that straight-faced told the American people that there was no NSA spying. There was no metadata being recorded. This is the same ugly, bald, Oompa Loompa looking motherfucker that James Clapper that said, "Oh, wiretapping, oh, that's bogus." Meanwhile, he lied about the NSA. So you're going to believe this guy? I mean, it's just unbelievable that I'm looking at this article here. Former British lawmaker is at the heart of the Trump wiretap allegations. Former British legislator is at the heart of Trump administration's explosive allegation that President Obama was spying on him during the 2016 campaign. So it says here she's a libertarian. The website Heat Street. But it's more than that. I don't care if Metallica is opposing Trump. There's more to this opposition. It's deeper. It's the deep state. It's all the Obama holdovers that are right there waging war from Obama's mansion in Washington, D.C.
Yeah. That's really, it's just amazing how they accusing Trump of everything they're guilty of, and they keep repeating it. And I don't know, but Trump has to do the same thing. They need to keep repeating themselves, because that is Bernays. That is, the propaganda, the whole Goebbels thing. Repeating. You got to repeat
the lie
8 times. Just keep fucking repeating it. Then they're gonna do it to you. Do it back to them. Brainwash them. Give them hypnosis videos, subliminal, with spirals and shit. Hillary was involved with Russia. You will believe me. You are getting sleepier.
Well, then we'll give them a dose of truth control.
Exactly.
Right? And we're not going to control this truth. All right? Forget about the mind control. This is just truth, and it's going to be beamed into your freaking brain. All right? Did you people forget that The Apprentice, now there's a new liberal apprentice, and it's Chuck Schumer and Anthony Weiner's version of The Apprentice? Anthony Weiner was Chuck Schumer's apprentice.
Yeah. And not a sorcerer.
They found all sorts of child freaking porn on Anthony Weiner's phone, apparently, or links to it, or whatever, child porn allegations, Anthony Weiner. And guess what? He's connected to Schumer.
Yeah.
And they were having a pizza party. I tweeted that picture to Donald Trump on my Twitter. They were having a goddamn pizza party. The Pizzagate apprentice, Chuck Schumer and Anthony Weiner. Just look it up. Motherfuckers are having a pizza party. Unbelievable.
Yeah, so what?
The corruption is unbelievable. You have to wake up, America.
So Weiner totally learned the ropes from Schumer.
You know it. Oh, but they're going to call me a conspiracy theorist. All right? What about them and their stupid Russia conspiracy? That's a conspiracy if I ever heard one.
It's fake.
Want to say the Pizzagate's a conspiracy? No, it isn't, folks. Hey, Anthony Weiner's under investigation. This is all part of the pedophile cabal in D.C. That Trump is bringing down. There have been so many busts on pedophiles. Like, last time I checked, there was 1,500, right?
I mean,
since Trump's been in.
Yeah, but
so he's going after them.
The villains, the Schumers, are right there on CNN getting full primetime fucking camera right in front of their face. Meanwhile, they're accusing the good guy, Bruce Wayne, Batman, of being a guilty of some shit.
Unbelievable. Look, to them, to these liberals, up is down, down is up, okay? And under Trump, they don't know right from wrong. They don't know their ass from their elbow, okay? You have CFR, the deep state, okay, who literally bought off Paul Ryan, who's paid off by Soros to, again, pass this Obamacare Light, Obamacare 2.0, okay? But no. I am a Russian agent because I just friended a Russian on Facebook the other day. I mean, they just find anything. They just literally are pulling things out of their ass to try to come after Trump.
I know. Well, he needs to have a group of people that pulls things out of people's asses. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, just a colonoscopy squad. You know?
That's what he's got to do to these gators that are lingering in the deep swamp.
I mean, all of the women wearing white. And
but it's just a mass mind control signal that's being beamed out. Okay, look, CNN. I saw this show on CNN. What was it, Believer or something? Literally, they show people drinking from the Ganges. It's like, oh, I'm drinking from the Ganges. Oh, I'm so sacred. You believe that? That's shit water.
So
they want to glamorize. They want to glamorize shit water.
Yeah.
What was that? Someone knocking at our door?
Uh-huh.
But it's unbelievable, folks. I don't know if I got the goddamn deep state outside my door. I'm going to send Jaja with a bat to look around the corner. That's right, live radio, folks. Be sure to go to the Bruce Montalvo Show store, Montalvo official store, the Bruce Montalvo store at Bandcamp.com. That's BruceMontalvo.bandcamp.com. And I'm telling you, got my book coming out, Language of Symbols. We got incredible merchandise, the Jail Soros t-shirt, the Hillary's Not My President t-shirt, and the book. Are we clear? Do I got to get the Mossberg shotgun out?
Maybe it was a... Who knows?
Who knows? You know, there was a crazy cat. There's like 1 million cats that hang out here. It's like alley cat. That's right. That's probably what it was. Those bastards.
It's amazing, the bees around here. You know, we have this orange tree, and now you really can't go underneath it because the bees are all, there must be like 500 bees that are pollinating the orange blossoms, and it's so amazing.
It's a beautiful sight.
You open it up, and it's so pretty, and the smell is like heaven. It's amazing. So, yeah, it's amazing. It's really nice here in Tucson. It's like a little undiscovered gem in the desert, in America, you know? I mean, that's why they have the Tucson Gem and Mineral Show here, I'm sure. It's really nice. Yeah.
It's really nice. It's really nice indeed. Look, we're prophets for Trump here on this show, okay? And I don't want to go and deny Trump 3 times, okay? I think I did that already in the past. I don't know. Didn't I deny Trump back in the past?
Well, you were just suspicious that somebody he's speaking such great rhetoric. How is he getting away?
Well, I'm even more suspicious now. I mean, I saw a big ass picture of Hillary Clinton in the White House, and Trump's like standing right under it, giving like a thumbs up. Why did he put up a portrait of Hillary Clinton in the White House? What is she like? I get it. She's like his deep state agent within the deep state, and she's got all the dirt on Obama, so she's already like you know what? I get it now. She's like Ric Flair. Hillary Clinton is like Ric Flair. She's the dirtiest player in the game, and she's going to team up with Hollywood Hulk Trump, and they're going to put a figure 4 on the deep state. And Obama, I mean, Hillary Clinton's like racist as hell, Dixie Mafia and all that. Of course they want to bring the black man down, right? Exactly. Oh, but that's racist. No, I'll tell you what's racist. Obama barking about race all day, calling me a freaking dog pretty much, telling me I'm a race. A race is for a dog. I'm masculine, she's feminine. Kiss my ass, Obama. You're the race-baiting piece of trash. You're the race-baiting piece of slime. It just blows my mind. You got guys like scumbags, perverts, rapists, like Bill Clinton coming out and saying, Trump is leading us towards destruction. Meanwhile, they're the ones dividing and conquering the entire time.
Yeah. You know what? Obama...
They want us to drink from the Ganges. Is that it?
I think the whole thing was a setup.
That's shit water.
I think that Obama took a lot of money because he couldn't resist, and they probably egged him on.
No, it's like that South Park episode. Is that where he was a jewelry thief?
The Jesse
Jackson. The gem thief. You're right. You're just talking about Tucson being a gem in the desert. Well, Obama stole the entire gem from the White House.
Yeah, well, I think there's something very comical and sardonic about what happened, and bittersweet, very sad, because to think that people loved this guy and trusted him with his charismatic attitude and his swag, and meanwhile, he couldn't resist. He just couldn't be like a respectable black man, he's got to be niggerly with it. And
he was mad niggerish, that's what he was.
Yeah.
Look, let me tell you something. Look, liberals, they want the whole Obama agenda. They wanted chemically altered sissy men. Okay? That they think they're Cinderella and shit. Okay? Did the Stalinist mainstream media ever criticize Obama for tweeting?
No.
Then why the fuck do they keep criticizing Donald J. Trump, President Trump? Why? For tweeting. I mean, Obama was the Twitterer in chief.
Yeah, I got this MI6 agent on my ass, and she was claiming that she really liked Trump, but I think that he's too abrasive with his tweets. And
let me tell you something. Twitter is she's just some fat bovine pork woman. Let me tell you something. Okay, Twitter is suppressing Donald Trump's tweets. Okay, his tweets are being suppressed. You believe that? Did they suppress the dictator's tweets?
No, but you could just go to his Twitter. I mean, then you wouldn't suppress anything.
Right. But look, there's an Obama coup. There's a media coup. There's a GOP coup. There's a Luciferian coup. I mean, just fucking told you Pence was throwing out the goddamn devil horn signs. Okay, there is a coup, folks.
You never saw Trump do that, right?
No.
Maybe a Vince McMahon or something, like to be cool.
He didn't do it like how I saw Pence doing it with the darkness emanating out of his soul, and his eyes were pitch black, like he was one of the black-eyed children. I mean, he looked evil.
Occultic. So there was something very dark and occultic and witchcraft, warlocky about him,
I tell you what, I feel like a warlock when we're in the supermarket. The other day I was in the supermarket, and I could foresee, that there was this incredibly obese woman on those obese carts, and I could foresee that she was going to do a hard left, a nasty left. So I chose to make an alternative right, and I moved to the right because I knew that big fat bovine King Kong woman was going to knock me into next Tuesday. I saw it. I was like, whoa, man! I felt like I had some type of
yeah,
ESPN or something.
Maybe you made that meme, about the alt-right and the. Want to make that?
No, I saw her. She was going for a bag of Cheetos. It was swoosh. I had to just move right out of the way. I'm telling you, it's dangerous.
Yeah, especially if you go to Costco, you see a lot of really fat people piling it in.
So look, you got me thinking. You were talking about the bees pollinating and everything, and that got me thinking about kids. She's quiet now, folks. I don't know. Kids are very difficult. They're like crows. You raise them and then they end up plucking out your eyes, right? I tell you what kids are like, folks. Okay. We're still very virile and not sterile. Very very hot people we are. We probably have the hottest kid. It'd be targeted. It'd be bad. But I don't know. Whatever. Look, kids are like bad Gigamon pets that poop all over the place. Yeah, they're like, remember that? The Gigamon, it was like you didn't feed it for like a week, and then it like had like a million craps all over the place, and it had like X's for eyes. You know, those electronic pets, those stupid things from like the 90s?
Yeah, I think
that's what kids are like. They just crap all over the place, and the next thing you know, it's like, oh, hey, you got any homework? Oh, it's dead. John Podesta kidnapped it.
You need a lot of money to have kids these days, especially in this very volatile world. I mean, that's what I think that Trump's doing is preparing preparing his kids to be successful.
No, but he's truly like a knight in shining armor. I mean, he's going after the pedophile. He's going after the pedophile network. Okay, and he's going after this whole political correctness, this whole race issues, identity politics, the gender issues. I mean, these are not issues.
Yeah, they were stupid things. Sidetracking you from real issues.
The economy is a real issue.
Yeah, Obamacare, the one that
being able to put food on the table is an issue.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many things that happened to people in 8 years. It's been so hard for people, and but they just keep showing you this really cool black guy, and you're just in love. And if you're not in love, you're a racist. Okay, God forbid you question where he got those 5 homes from. You know, I mean, I would like to. And then he has the audacity to say that not an American could have a home and a car. I don't know. It's just that way. I mean, how could...
Now, these people don't even know the meaning of understanding.
Yeah.
Okay?
I mean, everybody wants a home and a car. Well, not everybody. New York doesn't. I mean, the people that live in New York City, obviously, they want to live...
It's not New York City anymore. It's Eurabia. Are you kidding me? It looks like fucking, like Uzbekistan, you know, like fucking Calcutta now.
It's horrible. There's no light, there's no air, there's no space, there's no... Everything's... You know, you're running to get online.
Well, you know what? I don't think these liberals are going to be happy until they castrate America. They want to cut America's balls off. I see it. Okay, homosexuality is permeating the 24/7 on mainstream media. It's unbelievable.
Mm-hmm. That's okay. I don't care, but just don't I don't know.
Meanwhile, the liberal mafia is so hardcore. They rape kids. They deal drugs. It's insane. Okay, they label the truth fake news. And the whole time, it's just like 1984. It's just like Big Brother. They can spy on you now, right through your TV. You know what I'm saying?
And it's not
just
now,
Big Brother.
It's not just
Big Brother now is big homie.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, you can't hide it. You can't hide. We saw this movie the other day.
You got a bunch of circle-jerking NSA perverts, but explain the movie.
With Elijah Wood. What's the name of it?
I don't know the name of the movie, but he's like spying on some actress, and they're showing you the entire spy grid. How they can hack into your phone, hack into your computer, see everything you fucking do. See you naked, you know, see you doing the twist with your wife. You know what I'm saying? Seeing you wank.
And then there was
saying you do everything. They can see it all
through it. It was like some ominous person that was helping him.
Look, all this deep state, all this Vault 7, CIA, it's all old news. All you got to do is watch Enemy of the State. The 1999 film with the dumbass Will Smith. That's back when he was still making good movies. You gotta go all the way back to 1999 before he was making out with his son. That fucking weirdo. You should charge Will Smith for Pizzagate as well. I'm telling you. They were telling you about the deep state back then. With the TV spying.
It's called Open Windows.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because the whole movie was filmed with interactive, multi-level virtual windows.
It's unbelievable. Do you see the mainstream media reporting that Muslims are raping women, raping children every 8 seconds in Europe? Every 8 seconds. There's some Muslim raping. I mean, they're cutting women's throats in Switzerland. Oh no, but Trump's lying about that, right? Look, Trump's a businessman. You already see the economy is boosting like never before. Okay, Obama couldn't even sell used cars in El Segundo. Oh, but the alt-left media never goes after Democrats, do they? Do they ever go after Democrats?
Oh, no.
And the Democrats are so quick to side with whatever the leadership or their masters put forth.
They want you to bow down and wear a hijab. That's what the end game for them is Sharia law. They have some weird fascination with, you know what do they call it? The Orient, right? They called it, in the Middle East, used to have this exotic, used to be very exotic land. You read all these old stories. And I'm sorry, those people are not exotic. Their ideology is very twisted. You can't trust them. They'll smile in your face. They want to take you over. They don't want to be your friend. If you want to let your guard down, you turn around, they'll stick a knife in your back.
I'll tell you what, the Arabs, they cry boo-hoo, boo-hoo when they're the minority. But as soon as they're the majority, they're barbarians.
That's in their doctrines.
They rape women. They stone women
They're
to
allowed.
death.
They're allowed.
They rape children.
It's in their Koran. They
have the Bakabazi.
Oh yeah, that's pretty funny.
Are you fucking kidding me? Koran. You forget about the Anu, the ancient Egyptian people, the Anu. Where did they come from? The Anunnaki. These are demons that they pray to. They are demons and they don't even know it.
Yeah, and the Vatican's laughing at them, and then they just really, I've known people.
Oh, why do they hate Trump so much? But people.
No, I mean, I've known a lot of Arab people, and I've had friends from all different, even American Muslims and stuff like that. And
it got so bad in New York that I couldn't even wash my fucking calzones without having some Arab tell me how bad Israel was. And why do they hate Trump so much? Look, it's great. They arrested that dumbass Linda Sarsour, that one woman, that organizer, again, the George Soros and MoveOn.org, the Palestinian Hamas terrorist-linked organizers that supposedly, they're organizing women's marches, but can you do a women's march in Tehran?
No.
Can you listen to Madonna and be a transgender fruit cup in Iran? Or in any of the nations that the Muslim travel ban was instituted?
America is not...
Aren't there Jewish bans in those nations?
Why are they exploring their fashion or religious boundaries here?
Look, we don't need it. We already liberated in that way. They need to go liberate their damn selves.
Go to Tehran and freaking go do that.
The same thing with the Mexicans. Okay, don't come over here and tell me I'm fucking racist. We're not racist, you sons of bitches. You are. I've seen what you do to the Guatemalans. You rip them up and freaking worship Quetzalcoatl and rip their fucking heart out, and it's beating in your hand. Dun, 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 dun. You put a fucking straw through the damn heart, and you suck the blood right out. Mexicans are the most barbaric freaking scum ever. They're uncivilized freaking just fiends.
But I saw some shit like that in Dubai recently, and people
death cults.
And this place,
that's what they're bringing into America. Death cults. That's what we need. Oh no, but I gotta be tolerant. These people aren't tolerant. I can't go and be Jewish or be a freaking Buddhist in their fucking countries. Could I?
No.
Could I be a Hinduist? Could I be a Sheik in their country?
No. No, you can't be a
Sikh.
Sikh.
But
Sikh.
Right, whatever. Look,
right.
They hate Trump so much because why? He's here's some Trump's pros. He's pro-Israel, right? He's pretty good on the immigration, right? He's getting the bad dudes out of here. Okay, but here's some of the cons. The healthcare, the possible war on cannabis, the continuation of war in Syria. I mean, Russia was doing pretty good over there, right? Russia was kicking their asses. Doesn't the Pentagon run all these guys? Why do we have to send boots into Syria? Don't they got drones? Can't they fly a fucking drone over there to bomb one of their own varsity guys? I mean, I don't buy it. I don't want to see the continuation of this welfare warfare state. Okay, but I get it. Whatever. There's oil out there, right? If we're gonna reach the stars, we got to get the oil from all over these sand monkeys, freaking countries, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, that was racist, right? Well, fuck you.
Sand monkeys. Yeah.
That's right. Let me tell you something else. The fucking WikiLeaks, seriously, to me, they look like they belong in Scooby-Doo. Like at the end of Scooby-Doo where they're like unmasking the bad guy. And I would have gotten away with it too if it was for you and your damn dog. They unmask the guy and it's the CIA. TMZ. WikiLeaks has become TMZ.
Yeah.
Finished my own joke.
But you know what? Also, Bruce, all this kind of shit where the CIA blames the FBI and the FBI blames the CIA.
I saw that in a South Park episode once, too. They're fighting over who had the better toys.
Always. This is part of the politics of terrorism. It is. They do that. It's called...
I like that.
They do that. They blame it. It's a public show of command. You understand? Each one blames the other, and that way they get away with it. And it cancels each other out because they're in cahoots, and one is not supposed to be there, but is there for security, national security, and whatever. We already know what the CIA is. Why don't you explain what the CIA is, Bruce?
The paramilitary outfit. It was brought here by the OSS. It was the old Nazi OSS. They turned into the CIA. It was Operation Paperclip. Nazis that came over here. A lot of them. You have mercenaries. It wasn't just scientists. And they brought them in. They gave them green cards. They gave them CIA jobs. And
fighters and
here they are now.
And actors and everything like that.
They infiltrated the media, the matrix of lies. Okay, and here's the thing. Look, the New World Order, that when they look at Trump, they look at him like he's a baby. Right? Trump's like sitting in his little little baby chair. He's like, like a baby. And they're just standing back. They're like, ain't that cute? He thinks he's driving. He's been co-opted. He's like the baby sitting in the chair, and he's going broom, 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 like I just said. Ain't that cute? They got secrets on him. Like Kellyanne Conway. Besides laying on the couch like she's about to give a head, what kind of secrets she got on Trump?
Yeah, one will never know.
A red coat.
But again...
That's the thing. You can't just worry about purging the Obama deep state. He's surrounded himself with potential undesirables.
I know. But anyway, dinosaurs.
Anyway, yes, CNN, that's what they are, just the dinosaur media. But look, never in the history of politics of this country has the old president stayed in Washington to wage war against the new sitting president. This has never happened. Okay? So, what's going to happen in the future? I got my crystal ball here. I'm the great Raimundini, and I'm predicting the future, folks. What's going to happen? Let's see. Okay, let's see. I'm scrying. I'm looking. Let's see. I'm being very occult, very esoteric-y. That's right, folks. A live future reading with the great Raimundini Montalvini. That's right. Let's see. What am I seeing? I see Baron Trump in 2777. He's going to unleash an army of Alex Jones clones to defeat the globalists. Did you see that happening? That means that the globalists are still going to be around till 2077. Maybe Pence is going to be the new Luciferian in chief. This is scary stuff.
I didn't look into my crystal ball, but I certainly hope it won't happen.
I hope that reading's wrong.
Yeah.
Because it's getting bad. What could they do? They could fake Trump's death. How about that? They could fake Trump's death. He could be in on it. Fake his death, and that could lead to invading Iran or invading Russia, having total war, martial law in the streets. It'll be Abraham Lincoln reincarnated all over again. A freaking civil war like you won't believe. And could it last all the way to 2077? We need a army of Alex Jones clones to defeat these globalists. That's what it's going to lead to. I like that meme. No, but you have this WikiLeaks just taking another dump. They took another dump, but it was an old stinky dump because we already knew that they could spy on us through our TV. But they just made it mainstream.
Yeah, so then Trump's bringing this to light is interesting because I like how he threw it out like like a commoner that didn't know what he's talking about. It's like, oh yeah, they wiretapped me. I mean, obviously they didn't order it. Obviously everybody's already been listening in. So it's already involved with the Patriot Act and the NSA spying, and George Bush probably put it on the table, but kind of like...
Well, Daddy Bush, because, you know, he was just playing his Game Boy.
Whatever, but
Remember that.
it's been going on even before it was shown to light with George Bush. You understand? Like, this is... People have been spied on way longer than you ever want to know. But now, only now, you're actually realizing it. Because they really don't want to tell you that we're living in a very policed society.
It's 1984.
Yeah.
Look, they even have Bradbury's electronic fucking dog. I mean, they have it all. You're living in a dystopian, totalitarian future, folks. The future is now. 1984 is now. Okay, the bankers are running the show in Washington. Look, Trump literally needs to take a fucking laxative to purge himself from the deep state that's deep inside his own system.
Yeah. Listen, they watch everything you do, and don't. I guess you're just gonna have to get over it if you're shy. You know, just embrace the exhibitionist in you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously they're listening, and they got fucking turds on the other end, spying, listening, taking notes, got nothing better to do, have no life. They're getting paid. Who are these fucking people? I'd like to see their faces. Just, you know, they're just rotting away behind a screen, living life vicariously, spying when they know very well their psyche.
Well, they walk around like soulless, living dead. Just morons. Morons.
Yeah. Their psyche won't be able to handle it. They'll lose a sense of reality. The watchers, well, some of them they gotta be, if they're doing dark shit with NSA knowledge, you know, and really trying to hurt people, they're gonna pay. They're gonna pay at the end, you know.
I hope they pay, because look, all of a sudden, out of the fucking blue, you have the most hardcore of communists. They feel the need to fight Russians now. Oh, it's the Russians, the Russians. It's an oxymoron if I ever heard of one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And they want us to assimilate to Somalian scum who will never assimilate. Okay? They wipe their ass with their own hand. They don't use toilet paper. Some of them have never even used a toothbrush. Don't even know what those things are. Okay, Muhammad, you go back, you study Muhammad, he had some of the worst hygiene you could ever believe. Okay? Literally a crusty, shitty motherfucker. Pedo motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And 30% of Somalians have AIDS. We want that? Oh, the end will justify the means? These sons of bitches aren't going to be happy until they give all of America AIDS or leishmaniasis. Why don't they let them into their goddamn houses? Why don't these idiot liberals let the Somalis into their own houses and let them, let them romp with their wives and daughters? Just let them go to town. Right? Or let him drive your minivan. Let him make himself a sandwich. Let him drink a beer.
How did they decide which fucking Somalians could come and which couldn't? I mean, these people are pirates. They don't have the level of civilization that we have here. They don't have... How are you just going to dump a third world person with that doesn't know how to throw the toilet paper down the toilet bowl and flush it? How are you going to bring them in? And by the drones.
Unbelievable.
By
Unfreaking believable.
How are you going to bring them in? It just...
Oh, look, the left is brain dead. Okay, the left is brain dead. They want to tell me about women. Meanwhile, hey, didn't they vote a woman? They didn't vote a woman. Didn't they vote a man as Woman of the Year? Last year? Friggin' tranny Caitlyn Genderbender?
Exactly.
They voted a man as Woman of the Year last year. It's just beyond me. These sycophants, they just want you stupid. They want you to be a stupid dreamer because you have to be asleep to dream. You have to be asleep to believe their bullshit freaking dreams.
Mm-hmm. Well, then anybody who catches on...
We want to let these idiots bring their oppression to our country. That's what they want. They want to import the oppression into our country.
Yeah, they do. They want to oppress people.
And who's telling us this? The most trusted name in fake news. All right? Fake news. It's literally spreading in the brains of these liberal zombies like a fungus. I mean, they can't see that Hillary is literally like the same as Gary Oldman in Dracula. They look the same. She's even dressing like him. Okay? They are psychic vampires just feeding off of the energy of America, a potentially libtard-free America. Could we ever be libtard-free? They're always going to be around imposing their little communism, aren't they?
You know what? Everybody has the right to their own opinion, but it's not very American, whether they like it or not. It's not an American ideology.
I mean, we're stuck with these idiots. There's no more room in hell, like in Dawn of the Dead, and it's Night of the Living Dumbasses with nothing but Soros-funded, MoveOn.org, paid provocateur Hillary idiots everywhere that want me to cut off my junk and wave it around and go, woo, women! That's what they want.
It's all a ruse to keep you not paying attention to what Obama did. And there's something that's going on that we don't know. You know, we're not like super spies.
Look, here's the thing. Look, liberals, they hate themselves. Because they walk around, you see them walking around, some of them empty, angry. They're driving their shitty Prius that I hate. All right? They have been taught all this bullshit, and it doesn't work. Bernie Sanders, it doesn't work. Your communist socialism, even the fact that son of a bitch ran, is sad. It brings a tear to my eye like a fucking Native American that just saw a piece of garbage go on the floor. Okay? It's sad that a socialist, a goddamn communist, can just run for president. Okay? We need free market health care, not some commie-centralized death care panel care. Right?
Yeah, I
mean, he's preaching to the Night of the Living Dumbasses.
Well, I think it needs to be multi-layered and more complex.
But aren't they learning that their communism doesn't work? And we can't be a nation of takers anymore. We have to be a nation of makers. They're learning this. That's why they hate themselves. They're walking around, just defeated, a lot of them. But still, there is opposition party to Trump like you don't believe. Okay, Obama wiretapped Trump Tower. Comprendi? He did it. Meanwhile, you have Hillary just spreading fake news. They're talking about Russian ties and Russian computers. Give me a break. Okay? You had Obama in league with the NSA, with the GCHQ out of England, all focusing on Donald Trump, on candidate Trump. Okay, and again, Obama pleading the fifth, or as he would say, the fizzeth. That's mad niggerish. That's mad niggerish. And Obama pleading the fifth, that's what really annoys me. How about that? That's my one of my newest segments. What really annoys me. Obama pleading the fifth, which I say is mad niggerish. Stole that from Charlie Murphy. That Rick James was mad niggerish. Oh, but they're going to say it's hate speech. They want to call my speech hate speech. Oh, yeah? I'll tell you, it's not my fault that even Sanford and Son turned to jihad. Hey, those niggas, they found crude oil in their backyard and they're put on turbans. That's what I'm saying. They turned to jihad. Niggas turned to jihad. You got a bunch of black dentists conspiring against Trump. Well, what are they so afraid of? They got to throw Oprah Winfrey? I've been having nightmares about Oprah Winfrey all week. Her giving away minivans. I can't take it. It's unbelievable. But I'll tell you what is believable. The economic positivity under Trump. That's unbelievable. Okay, you really see what I was saying, that these Marxists, these college snowflakes, everything they've been taught is falling like a deck of cards to the floor, a little castle of cards. It's been toppled over, and now all they see is the Joker, and it's got Trump's face on it. He's laughing at him. So they're going apeshit. We're living in a mad world. They've gone mad. It's just a bunch of mad children that would trade their fathers in for iPads. Wouldn't they? These liberals, they think that we are going to wipe their ass. Well, I got something to tell you. Okay, you have to wipe your own ass. Nobody is going to wipe your ass for you. Okay, they think everybody just has to bend over, oh, wipe my ass, oh, scratch my ass. No. You have to do it, you pansy bastards. Don't they have to learn to wipe their own ass? Tell them I'm being like the strict father, and I'm finding the whitey tighties, and it's got a skid mark. I'm saying, you know what? You don't know how to wipe your own ass yet? Really? Really, bro? Oh, you still pee in the bed? I'm gonna put the blanket out in front where everybody can see it. A big old freaking yellow piss stain and shit, white stained, shit stained undies. That is what these liberals are like. What? What's next? They're gonna erase language? They want to get rid of words? So I gotta go back to grunting? Is that it? I gotta go back to grunting. Anyway, you're listening to the Bruce Montalvo Show, and I tell you what, if you want to drop some major load, if you want to unload your load, then be sure to drop a load at brucemontalvo.bandcamp.com. I mean, I'm telling you, I got shirts. I got the George Soros for jail. Soros goes to jail T-shirts. I got Hillary, not my president T-shirts. Okay, you buy one, we send you one. I got my book. You pre-order my book, The Language of Symbols, and that helps fund the Bruce Montalvo Show live on TalkStream Live Fridays, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. But I tell you what funds us directly is our business, and that's our jewelry shops. So why don't you let them know where to go?
Yeah, you guys should go to Etsy.com. All right, I like Etsy. It's nice. You know, they make it easy for everyone.
Let's get into some economic positivity.
Yeah, I like Etsy because they provide a like a community, and it's like a safe community for both the buyer and the seller. And I definitely appreciate the way they circulate it, and they lay it out very nicely with their templates. So I like putting things on Etsy. So you should go to one. We have 3 Etsy stores, but we have a 50% off sale on Conceptual Subculture right now at etsy.com/shop Conceptual Subculture. It's one word. Or you could type that into Etsy, or just go to Google, type in one word, Conceptual Subculture. I'm sure that you'll see us. And you could do the same thing with our Antique Obsessions. You know, we have fabulous bracelets and earrings and necklaces, sterling silver. We repurpose kind of like spoon jewelry, but way nicer, way more original. Like every piece is different. It's not like typical anything, and there are people that have copied
gorgeous,
us,
one of a kind.
Yeah, but we do it first, you know. That's Antique Obsessions.
True originators.
Yeah, so go to Antique Obsessions, and you'll see we have a 38% off sale now, and there's some hot, beautiful things. You know, we're gonna get a stamp soon, so we can put our name into it, because we're like really hot designers, and people really need to. We have like serious collectors. I mean, they've been buying our stuff. We need to like put our name on it. You know what I'm saying? Like so we'll be doing that soon. And yeah, the other one is Kid Jeweler. You know, that's kind of cute. You know, we have jewelry for kids. Bruce has been making all these amazing clay, these pendants this week.
These chakra pendants.
Yeah, she did chakra pendants. They're beautiful.
They're amazing. That's my new It's like my new niche. It's my new thing.
Yeah. Yeah, Bruce made this, I picked up these gemstones. We had like tanzanite, so the whole rainbow. So lapis and I used red jade and yellow coral and so we used chrysocolla and a few and so we used a whole rainbow of colors. I laid it out and he made these beautiful
Fantastic
pendants.
Fantastic.
So we're just working on them and we have like 35 new pendants that'll come out in conceptual subculture. I put up these beautiful I made these stunning necklaces with crystals. They're drilled hole with I mixed them, put them with Ethiopian opals and Larimar. I mixed them with, it's just gorgeous, and apatite I mixed with, and chrysoprase I mixed with the Ethiopian opals, and black onyx, and all with sterling Bali beads.
So tell them where to go again.
Yeah, so go to Conceptual Subculture, and you'll find some gorgeous one-of-a-kind bracelets, necklaces, and earrings.
That's Conceptual Subculture on Etsy. Antique Obsessions on Etsy.
On Etsy.
Also on Facebook. We have our Facebook's up, Conceptual Subculture on Facebook, Antique Obsessions on Facebook. Click like.
Yeah, if you get me on Facebook and point out something on Etsy, I'll give you a way better deal. If we do a direct sale, I do some of that sometimes. But also we have Amazon for those Amazon lovers. We have Antique Obsessions also.
We have so many gems that you'll make freaking Lucifer jealous of you.
Yeah, Bruce and I just keep getting more interesting and better. Yeah.
That's right. Faster, stronger, better than they ever were before. Bruce and Jaja's jewelry is the best. You will buy it now. That's how I'm doing brainwashing.
Yeah, come to us and you really like one of a kind.
Advertising.
We repurposed Tiffany, Victorian, Edwardian, Art Nouveau, Art Deco, all of it. You know what I'm saying? Baroque. We're embossing all kinds.
I like when you say that Rococo.
Rococo.
That sounds funny. Rococo. I like that. Anyway, it's time for that list that I stole from David Letterman after I tied him to the railroad tracks, and there was like a train coming his way. A Trump train. Choo choo! That's the Trump train. I could get louder, but I'm gonna wake up my neighbors. Woo! Woo! That's the Trump train. Look, number 10, you have that rapist, Bill Clinton. He's taking a shot at Trump, and I'm not talking about a shot at tequila. Clinton says rising nationalism taking us to the edge of destruction. Really? Really? I think you giving away all of the U.S. landmarks to China and, letting Chinese students come over here and hack us and all that good stuff. I think you led us to destruction. Bill Clinton, you fucking rapist, you. Doesn't that disgust you? This Slick Willie, this freaking rapist, this oppressor of women. I mean, he should be a Saudi Arabian man.
Yeah.
He'd be a good Saudi Arabian, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I think Bill Clinton should just...
Slick Willie Bill Clinton.
Oh, God. He should just go relax and golf and go enjoy.
Relax? I think he should be lynched.
Oh, God.
Like his, Loretta Lynch telling everybody to go lynch people and kill people in the streets. I mean... that's what George W. Bush said. He'd say, hey, when they find out what we've done, not W, his daddy, H.W. Herbert, he said, if the American people ever find out what we've done, they'll freaking lynch us in the street. Well, I don't know why Slick Willie Clinton isn't running from that lynching. Because we found out. We found out, bro. All right, that's number 10. Number 9, U.S. adds 235,000 jobs in first month of Trump White House. 235,000 jobs. Those are construction jobs. Those are labor jobs. Those aren't like some part-time tomato slicer jobs like what Obama was boasting about. You have billions and billions of dollars coming in from companies that were outsourcing are now, working with Trump. You have Samsung, Walmart, all these big corporations. But still, it's better to bring them here. That'll create jobs for Americans. Why does some Indian guy got to make the TV when there's a starving guy in Detroit that needs a job? You jive with me on that one?
Mm-hmm.
We have number 8. Trump 2017 was the year Obamacare was meant to explode because Obama won't be here. See, so Obama had it all planned out. He's like, Obamacare will collapse, I'll funnel as much dirty money as I can, $65 million here. I'll work with my pimp daddy George Soros over here to funnel some more money over there, and fuck the American people. Sayonara, said Dumbo. And Trump knows it. That's why he's going in there, but, what's going on with this? I mean, the subsidies, and I don't know. I think that Trump defeated Obamacare already.
Listen,
didn't he?
I guess,
you don't have to pay the penalty.
Yeah,
It's been defeated.
So basically, you don't need to do it, and you won't get a penalty, but you won't get covered. But I don't really know what they're going to do. I hear all these weird, community group ones that you can kind of buy into, which would be fine if you weren't going to get a penalty. So then, I think that some people are more holistic and don't really like going to 100 doctors a year. You know what I'm saying? They don't need to go to mental therapists. They don't need to go to, get their face dermatologists and shit, because we already eat better and we know how to use colloidal silver, or any other,
if you're enlightened.
Yeah, so we're not like the type of people that like going to a million doctors, but some people need it and they feel the need to it. But I do think that everybody needs an emergency insurance. I wonder if they can do it how they used to do it. They had this, hospital insurance was one thing, and then medical doctors, stuff like that is another thing. So, they need to make it cheaper, and they need to have many different possibilities. They need to have it multi-layered for every different kind of person you are. You can pay whatever service you want, and keep government away from healthcare because they don't care enough. You see, they don't care about your health. So a business that cares about your health isn't polluting the earth, geoengineering the sky.
But apparently Obamacare 2.0 is very bad, which leads me to number 7. Obamacare 2.0 guts enforcement, gives illegal aliens health care through identity fraud. That's on Breitbart. So they figured it out. They said that the illegals are going to figure out a way, because what do? They lie, they cheat, and they steal. So they're going to steal Social Securities. They're going to do whatever it takes. Okay, trust me, these are criminal deviants that are pouring in hordes of them pouring in, ready to continue to rip off Americans and spit in Americans' faces. And it's got to end. So, again, Trump's been co-opted. You got Paul Rhino out there, literally the Brutus and Cassius of Trump's Julius Caesar, that are plotting against Trump. They're going out there and they're going to now promote this Obamacare 2.0, Obamacare Light, that, again, is going to, it doesn't matter. If you ban the guns, guess what? Outlaws are going to have the guns. And if you're a law-abiding citizen, you don't want to get in trouble with the long dick of the law. You don't want it to rape you. So what are you going to do? You're going to abide by the laws, right? Okay, you, the law-abiding citizen, won't have a gun, but the outlaw, he'll always have a gun. Again, these scumbags are going to do whatever it takes. They're criminals. Criminals break the law. Very simple. So Obamacare 2.0, very bad thing. Trump has many pros, many cons, and we're seeing that in these 50 days of his presidency, he's done a lot of good things. He's doing a lot of positive, but there's a lot of dark Well, dark times, well, darkness that's in the horizon.
I don't know what it is. I don't know. Maybe they're going to have to expand upon it. Maybe it's just a temporary rerouting. Who knows what's going down? But
what's going down? I thought more marching, more blood on the streets. Number 6, Loretta Lynch, need more marching and more blood, more death on the streets. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's. I don't understand how she's not part of some lynching by saying that. It's like you're calling for Americans to die. Didn't they used to call that treason back in like the old days? And they'd have like a little firing squad, and they have a little, patriot little dude with the little drummer boy and the flute, and then ready, aim, and then that's it. You treasonous bastard.
she's like an actress. She looks just like this old newscaster, the first black newscaster called Max Robinson in Channel 5.
Well, they're probably related. They're probably black Lebensborn.
Yeah. The families, they stick together, and they like to control it.
Yeah, always bet on black. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, which leads me to number 5 here. Number 5, let's see. Ramses, Colossus, probably depicting Ramses II, found in Egypt. Archaeologists from Egypt and Germany have found a massive 8-meter statue, obelisk, in groundwater in a Cairo slum. Apparently, it depicts Ramses II. And, some very nice carving on that. But to me, anybody could just, they could have just had that anywhere and said, oh, yeah, look, it's a discovery. Oh, dinosaurs are real. We just uncovered this. I don't trust any modern discoveries. I'm sorry.
No. They already say that any dinosaur bones that are around are replicas. So, what are they what is it that they made of? That's made of like...
Well, where the hell are the real dinosaur bones?
Yeah, and the people saying that they know an uncle that was around by an excavation. Even if your fucking uncle was around during the excavation, that was a hoax, okay? Because you just don't find...
Look, we went to that gem show
Jurassic
the other day, and there was like this fat guy with like a cockeye. He kind of looked like Forrest Whitaker, but he was white. He was sitting down. He was like a dinosaur expert, and he was like, "Oh, this dinosaur was alive during the most Jurassic period of the Cretaceous." I'm like, I just walked away. I was like, "Oh man, this is bad."
Yeah, they just have a whole lot of rhetoric.
Talk about fake news. You know
what I think it is, Bruce? I think it's a Masonic hoax, and to expose this is a hoax that is perpetrated by the Masonry. We saw it. We saw them all with their signs and their dinosaurs.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, they had these...
There's many Masonic jewelers, and, you wouldn't know, but if you look at the symbols, you know.
Yeah.
You fucking know.
And I think that this is part of one of these secrets. They probably have like, oh, if you join the Masons, you'll learn the secrets of the world. And one of them is, when you get to a certain level is...
Oh, if you're one of our archaeologists, we'll give you this relic that we had in one of our closets, and you could dump it here, and then you could be known for discovering this thing out of.
You just have to perpetrate the lie,
Yeah.
So you have to be careful with
pulling it out of our ass.
Scientists and archaeologists and paleontologists, all these fucking people are so.
No, they're up their asses.
They're so part of the illusion.
No, I don't believe it. Look, it sounds nice. It sounds nice, but I'm sorry, bro. I don't believe it in Santa Claus, and I don't believe it in dinosaurs, and I don't believe in your little discoveries, your little Illuminati discoveries. Ramses II, right. Next thing you're gonna tell me Exodus really happened, and Ramses was around during that time, right? It's all bullshit. It's all 100% bullshit, just used to control people. But number 5, speaking of shit, Trump invites Palestinian leader, Palace idiot, Abbas to White House. She invited him for a little phone call. What are they tapping him? Tapping Hamas? It'd be stupid not to tap Hamas, right?
Yeah.
They need to tap every Samsung TV that Hamas has in their little
Well, that's the problem.
layers.
If they're here, then you want to take away their right to spy. You see, it's such a catch-22. You want to go, okay, stay the fuck out, don't watch me. Really, they don't have any business watching us or simply listening to us. But at the same time, you want them to catch the criminals. You want them to be able to have access to catch the criminals. But they catch the fucking criminals. Leave us the fuck alone. Okay, but in some ulterior reality, alternate reality, we're really the enemies. We're the enemies of the state, because we're free thinkers. They don't like that shit. So they listen to us, they copy our ideas, they take everything we say, they twist it, they make a joke with it, they make a movie with it, whatever the fuck, It's pretty...
Well, not just you. I mean, everybody's getting advertisements, whatever they like or whatever they're doing, they're getting ads that are relative to what they're doing, and they feel like they're in some type of synchronicity. Some people, it's weird.
It's no such thing as synchronicity.
Well, not with the NSA, not at all.
They target you in real life and also with words, also with some kind of automatic bot kind of thing. But they do target you. They will listen to you, and especially if you're a free thinker, you're definitely being targeted. Just get over it.
Absolutely, get over it. Number 4, this is hard to get over. Pope Francis, open to having some married men becoming priests. What's next? They're going to have priests wanting gay marriage? Because that's where it's going. I mean, I don't see them wanting to marry women.
Listen,
and the Vatican is one of the gayest places ever.
They need to get rid of the sexual repression in being a priest. Well, a priest is not holy. Fuck you. You're just a sermon. You're just a dude. You're no different than Farrakhan. You're preaching your words. You're not God. We're all of God. You understand? God gave you a dick, and
that's right. God gave you a dick.
Use it,
reach down and use it.
Fuck those nuns, that slap women on the hands. And,
nuns. Hey, that sounds pretty kinky. Hey, didn't you dress up as a nun once?
Shut up.
That's hot.
Yeah. Just shut up.
All right, I'll shut up.
Okay.
I'm going to shut up on a talk show. You want me to shut up on a talk show? Let me tell you something. Everybody's like, oh, he's going to allow people to be married. Don't they fuck kids? Doesn't the Catholic Church fuck children? Why aren't the goddamn Catholic churches demolished? Why isn't there, freaking Caterpillar tractors and all knocking down Catholic churches? Why does it matter? Whatever the poop, this guy that says that I eat excrement and I'm fake news. That's what the Pope says. Oh, you eat excrement, you fake newser. No, why isn't he eating excrement? And why isn't his news called fake news? And why isn't his churches knocked down? Okay, they're the synagogues of Satan, the Catholic Church.
You know what? The Jewish religion has rabbis. I'm not saying they're invincible because there are some incidences in very culty-like situations. The heavy Orthodox, the Hasidim, do have.
Yeah, but these aren't Jews. Look, look at his goddamn robes. It has the Knights of Templar logo on it. These aren't Jews. These are sick, sexual, depraved occultists.
In my opinion, that's the way.
Or anything that gets them to stop fucking kids.
That's the way humans need to be. Rabbis get married. There's not a whole lot of pedophilia going on in the synagogues, and the churches need to get rid of the. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being gay, but there is something wrong with being a pedophile.
No, I'm against the Vatican.
If the Vatican could just stop repressing their pastors and their priests. Let them be...
No. They need to be arrested, all of them. They need to be disbanded. They're a criminal organization. I don't care about them getting married. Okay, they need to jail these people. The Catholic Church, these are the people that are co-opting Trump. These are the Luciferians behind wanting to get Pence in. You kidding me? This is the deep state. Every single intelligence company answers to who? All roads lead where? The Vatican. And what do? They're a sick pedophile cabal of demons. You want to talk about psychic vampires? I mean, they prey on the most innocent members of our society, our children. Unbelievable. The fact that John Podesta's running around working for the Washington Post. Unbelievable. He should be in jail. The Pope should be depoped. And he should be demoted back to being a fucking bouncer in Argentina. I don't care. I mean, these Jesuits, they're so powerful now. There's nothing you can do. They got satellites in the sky ready to drop rods of God on you. Right? They could literally bring destruction from above. Hellfire from above. They think they're Thor. And they prey on the most innocent. So I really don't give two fucks if they're able to get married. I wish that the headline was Catholic churches demolished by bulldozers. That's right. That's right. I said it. Somebody's got to say it. Damn it. Number 4. Trump's stock market is sky high in his 50 days in office. It's sky high. I don't understand why there's that horrific picture of Hillary Clinton behind him. Look at that. He's like pointing. He's like, yeah, that's right. He's got a picture of Hillary Clinton in the White House. That's what stumps me. I figured a businessman running a corporation, the Annuit Coeptus that is the United States, I figured that'd be good. That would make for the stock market to go sky high. But look at this. You see this? Didn't you see that portrait? What do you think of it? Is it well made? Mm-hmm. You think so? The heavy brush strokes. They forgot her turkey neck. They forgot her turkey, and they forgot her yellow teeth.
Well, then, she's probably there. Right, she was right next to Obama. That's what you can't. Hillary, she probably is working with Trump. She's probably, that's why she's never going to be investigated. She's reporting probably.
She's ratting him out. She's ratting him out.
She's ratting out Obama.
Wow. Unbelievable.
That's what I think that's going on. I mean, don't put your bets on what we say, but we're just like promoting it. You know what I'm saying? We're just like looking at it from a view. But
yeah, we're not on the View, because if I was, Rosie O'Donnell would probably try to eat me.
Is she back on the View again?
No, I think they fired her fat ass.
And so did Whoopi.
Oh, they're going to fire her fat ass, too. They're all getting fat. What do they feed them over there? Lard at the View? It's just like funnel lard. Like in a funnel, it's just like, like they're doing a beer chug or one of those.
Why don't they, just eat healthy? My God.
Anyway, number 3, CIA turns Samsung smart TVs into listening devices. You can see, you go to my YouTube Exposed News, and I show you my own TV. Has a little red light at the bottom of it. It's like it's always recording. And they say, oh, it's because it's charged. No, it's not charged. It's because it's plugged in. There's a little red light when it's plugged in. What the hell's the little red light for? What's it doing? And they could turn your microphone on your cell phone. They watch you there and triangulate, the position with your laptop and your phone and the Google and it's just one big.
And they can fly over you and they'll know exactly.
Butt fucking Brady bunch of a spy grid, isn't it?
Well, it's not a wake-up call to us. It just reaffirms the fact that how I was stolen from when I made a criminal report to the district attorney in New York. They totally ignored my complaint.
Of course.
Because it would entail the acknowledgement of a spy grid and their ability to hack and leave a traceless hack by just opening up ports. They don't want to deal with it. They just are like, oh, you're just one of those. Oh,
you're a patron. You think that there's like electronic frequencies like altering your mind.
Nope. They probably didn't think that.
It's coming from the smart meter.
No. They didn't think that. They probably we have orders to shut this down immediately. They get
Speaking of orders to shut down, illegal border crossings decreased by 40% in Trump's first month. It's another thing. That's one of the pros. Okay, there's the borders are secure under Trump. 40% drop in border crossings.
Well, that's good.
And you don't have to build the moat. You don't have to put the crocodiles or the gun turrets or electric fences or nothing. I'm hearing that they're going to build that wall, but they're going to start in El Centro, move to Tucson, and then move to El Paso. So that's critical areas of infrastructure right there. A lot of jobs. A lot of jobs to build that wall. I'm telling you, Trump is pretty brilliant. You know, I mean, he looked at what made China great. And so China had the Great Wall of China. Why don't we have the Great Wall of America? But again, hopefully that doesn't turn into some Marxist, Leninist, communist dream where they keep us in and the TV's watching us and we got a wall that don't let us go nowhere. I mean, that could also turn into hell.
I don't know where to go. I don't really like being watched.
Oh, but then you'll lose your American illusion of safety. At least you have that here. In other countries, you don't even have safety, let alone an illusion. They're already at your neck, cutting your freaking throat, probably raping you like in Switzerland. It's unfucking believable.
Unless you go to Israel, but then you got to serve in their army.
And then you got to serve in their army. Yeah, well, you know what? Israel needs all the help they can get. I'm telling you, they never again will they go from the Jews in Auschwitz, who you could see their little riblets. You could play a little symphony on their ribs. They're so just emaciated. Never again will they naked, just defenseless. Never again will that happen. Now, Jews be strapped in Israel. And that's a good thing because that's the only republic in the Middle East.
Yeah.
In a sea of anti-Semitic, freaking anti-Jew, radical Islamic freaking craziness.
They're haters.
So I applaud Israel, and they are a true ally of the United States. Every libertarian, every conservative agrees with that. I mean, you talk to Pat Buchanan, he'll tell you the same thing. So otherwise, you're a fucking neo-Nazi and you're part of the problem, so fuck you.
I think every immigrant that's going to be vetted, they should be asked, do you recognize the state of Israel? And then if they say, oh, Jews, I hate
Or if they put in no, they circle in no, well, hey, that you just lost like 35 points off the questionnaire.
Right, because they're our allies, you understand? If you put in that you coming into this country with hatred, why are they allowed?
That was number 2, illegal border crossing. I'm telling you, they got to deal with the Mexicans the same way the Israelis deal with the Palestinians. It's very similar. Number 1, speaking of the scurvy, disgusting Mexican threat, Jorge Ramos, as I like to call him, the white population is a minority. The United States is our country. He went toe-to-toe with Tucker Carlson. You know what I think is funny about Tucker Carlson? He just, whenever he brings on all these butt wipes he doesn't like, and, to oppose the liberal rhetoric, the idiotic liberal rhetoric, and he just looks at him, he's got like that face, like he's just like totally disgusted, like this, like, yeah. Right? It's just like...
He does that face good.
So Jorge Ramos, literally... I mean, you want to talk about fake news? Well, this is fake Mexican news. Arriba! With a lemon twist. Okay, literally Anderson Cooper's fucking clone telling you that white people are minorities, that this is their country. That's what they think. They think Los Angeles is still Mexico. If that's the case, then I'm fucked. I'm not American then. And I tell you what, I'm going to fight for, as long as California is still attached to America's hip, I'm going to fight for it to be American. And more Californians need to wake up and they need to align themselves with Trump and see that, they got to help. They got to help him. He needs all the help he can get.
Yep, bless you. People should appreciate what you have, they could be a whole lot worse. So don't hope for another man's demise, especially one that's really looking out for you. I mean, stop looking at what you think that he's about. And
no, but can we go to Mexico and have like 19 babies and pollinate over there? Can I pollinate your flower in Mexico and have Mexico pay for it? No, they'd laugh, right?
Well, you probably have to pay for it.
I wouldn't even get a free fucking burrito in Mexico. So, and the most draconian immigration laws come from Mexico. So, Jorge Ramas, I would love to debate him toe to toe. I'm telling you, he would like. I'd debate him in Spanish, the little fruity prick, and he'd lose. Okay? Well, let's get into this while we're wrapping up here, the final thoughts. The whole WikiLeaks thing. I mean, the TV spying on you. Again, I interviewed the eyewitness to the literal murder of Michael Hastings a couple of years ago. I went out to LA, I did a live on-the-scene report. This guy was scared out of his mind. Why? He said, I will not testify to anything I saw. I saw his car doing weird things. You know, they probably whacked him, just threw him in the car, and then just, you know, Michael Hastings, they whacked him somewhere else, threw him in the car, remote controlled the car to crash into that
what he was
tree.
Exposing. So.
He was exposing that. So all that is coming out. As you can see, it's very dangerous stuff. I have found myself in the midst of it, reporting it.
Do you think
live?
Do you think he could have faked his death?
I don't know. But one thing is for certain. If you opposed, they want to talk about a free press. They murdered Michael Hastings. The Obama administration murdered Michael Hastings. It's all coming out. And, you know, Trump's not targeting any fucking journalists. Obama did. Obama's out of control. Okay? But, you know, I don't trust WikiLeaks 100%. I mean, I have dubbed them profiteers for truth. Okay, Assange is saying that he's going to team up with tech companies to defeat CIA hacking. Right. The same tech companies that have all the back doors that are part of the big government, the Apples and the Samsungs. Okay? Okay, he made all this money. He got to get hepatitis C from Pamela Anderson, right? He got to be a big rock star. Everybody knows who Julian Assange is. Meanwhile, Bradley Manning went crazy in a prison and they transgendered him. But that's nothing. What did WikiLeaks do in Belarus? Nobody has a fucking clue what he did in Belarus, right? He went over there and suppressed internet freedom in that area. With the CIA. They're a CIA operation. They're CIA, exposing old leaks that you can go back to 1999's Enemy of the State, where they told you back then, back in the day, that your TV could see you. And that was your old shitty TV with the rabbit ears. You can only imagine what your TV that's connected to the internet can do now. They can just map you out, an entire grid of what you're doing, 24/7. Like that movie we saw, Open Window.
Or that app that they have that could basically facial recognition, and then all your information just pops up.
Yeah, but meanwhile, we're obsessed with old leaks, thinking they're new leaks. You know, WikiLeaks pissing all over you, taking a leak on you. And what does Trump do? What does the Pentagon do? More, you know, better said, they send 400 troops to Syria. They're sending Marines in Syria. Again, the Pentagon, you know, paid for all these ISIS propaganda videos and all this crap. And the war just continues. The march towards perpetual war continues, and it seems that, you know, they had a talk with Trump, and they said, look, you could be braggadocious, you could be bombastic, but if you get too out of line, you know, we have Pence waiting to replace you.
I hope not. I just hope that if he feels that his life's in danger, he should just be like, later.
And that's something we got to say. We're about to sign off, but I got a butthole of the week. And this guy should have been last week's or the other week's butthole of the week, but we're only on once a week. So the butthole of the week is that butt wipe, Chris, show your penis to little girls in locker rooms, Cuomo, from CNN. You believe that? He said that you got to be tolerant. I'm sure you heard that story. CNN says that you have to be tolerant of some jerk off showing off his wee-wee to your kid in a locker room. Otherwise, you're a bigot. Believe that? The communist, Marxist media, it's unbelievable.
It's a psychosis everybody's in.
Unbelievable what these butt monkeys will come up with next. But you know what, folks? You've been listening to the best conspiracy podcast on the radio, period. The Bruce Montalvo Show. We're signing out. Have a great weekend. And we'll be here. Same station, same dial. Follow us on Twitter, Jaja, at Jaja, at Bruce Montalvo. And remember, we love you.
Peace.
We really do. See you later, guys.